Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a nice day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. I threw together some older and even some updated uranium charts to show you guys where we are in the big picture. The big picture is where I think you got to keep your focus on. It's not so much this near-term, short-term stuff, and we've had some very positive short-term developments in uranium, don't get me wrong. But I always focus on the long term to see where we're at. Now, what I did, and this is exclusive to uranium because I wanted to do a separate video so people, you don't have to look at my thesis or any of that stuff, but this is just the uranium companies to show you where we are in the big picture view. And what I did is I took Ethereum's chart, compared it to uranium's chart. And I know that people are going to say, what does Ethereum have to do with UEX? And what the common trait is humans interacting with each other. It's herd mentality. These patterns repeat over time, over and over and over and over. And what I noticed is that Ethereum scribed out this pattern, which is exactly the same as a lot of the commodity companies. Uranium is in the commodity sector. It's trading just like all the other commodities. This commodity boom is driven, the underlying structural move underneath is all tied together. And yes, it does have specific demand supply characteristics that are unique to uranium. But the overlying underlying money flows that are under all this are going to move into the commodity sector and precious metal sector. So I wanted to do a separate video on uranium itself and the company. So let's dive in. Again, this is just my financial opinion. This is me, a guy analyzing charts, and you're going to see some pretty crazy, what I consider similarities between the charts. So here we go. The first one I have up is UEX. It's right here. What I did is I put a star and an arrow where I think these are the exact same areas. And you could even put a triangle before it. But star, and the arrow point to this big move higher and then this other move. Then we came into an accumulation phase. And where this downward arrow is, where it comes in, I'm going to zoom in here, all right? See that right there? How we came into this accumulation phase, we got this little hump. It came up sideways, popped higher, came down, and then we launch. And this is it takes a little bit of a while to go through this, but it's a big launch. But this is where I'm focusing on that arrow. Now, if I go all the way to this, looks pretty dang similar, doesn't it? We came up, came down, and this is August 9th. This chart is August 9th. We came up, and it's right where that arrow is at. I have got some other charts that are progressed a little bit further than this, and it is going on up. It's uncanny how well Ethereum, this chart pattern, predicts the moves that's going to happen in uranium almost. It almost predicts it. It's like looking in the back of your math book for the answers. But on our channel, I've got the chart book. I've got the answers for the charts. All right, guys? So subscribe to the channel. Now, I'm going to scoot over. Let me back up. Okay, now we'll go over to Next Gen Energy. Next Gen Energy, if you look at this down arrow, we've got the left-hand part cut off. But this whole area in here is the same as this area is right here. Look at this area right here. How it comes up and down. We go across and sideways, and then we pop higher, where that is. There's your little clef. See the move over, the sideways action, and then the up and over? This pattern that you see on the right here is the same as me zoomed in like that. There's the little up and over and coming up. What happened after this move is massive. It's a very large move to the upside. And this pattern here, which has that same characteristics, and this is from August 10th, is about to launch higher. We just saw that launch. We just saw it. It's uncanny how well this thing is predicting and how humans repeat the patterns over and over. Here's Bitcoin price, and I did this later in August for Forces Metals and Bannerman Resources. What I was proposing is that this bottom portion right here was that some of these patterns zoomed in. So what happens is this pattern scribes itself on multiple time frames. it scribes it from a big picture, and if you zoom in, it also scribes it. And what I noticed is that this pattern here was scribing the same pattern in here before a big move was about to come. It was still scribing it out, and we were at this little dead period where I thought we were going to get a real finite dead period before a big move. And we had that big move yesterday. The moves are coming. The money flows are coming. The herd and the mentality of the herd is coming for uranium. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to basically give you a roadmap of what to expect with these charts here. Now here's Ethereum with fission, uranium. This is an older chart, August 9th, just to give you guys some context of when I was charting this stuff out. Right where the arrow is where I think we're at. We are kind of pulling back. This is the pullback. And you could draw this line all the way across to here. So star, arrow, and we're about to launch. They all possess this. Here's Fission Uranium Corp updated for October 12th. Here's the launch. You see it? Here's the move over, this move over, and then we're launching higher. And that is what's happening right here. We launched higher, we're coming back, and then we're launching again because we're getting close to the launch period. In my opinion, looking at these charts, that's what it would suggest. Here's Deep Yellow. Again, Deep Yellow is still scribing out where I think we're either in this section here or this section here. We're probably here since all the rest of the area is there. And remember, I did this in October. Hold on. August 9th is where I did this one. So this one is delayed a little bit. Encore Energy, I drew this line a little bit too low. It should be up here, right? Somewhere in this range here. It's coming up, and we're right at this arrow right here, wherever all the other ones are at. So Encore Energy also has that. Encore Energy, October 12th, updated. So this is what we had, and I said this is probably going to launch higher because we're right here at this tip. And then, bam, it launched higher. And we're going to probably continue to move higher at a faster pace. Now's the time to look at these charts and use them as roadmaps. This is something that you have to just get comfortable with to buy and hold. The money's coming, guys. The herd and the mentality, this chart, the roadmap, it's coming. And it's coming right in front of us. Here's Deep Yellow. I can show you in SM Energy compared to each other. I'm not really going to go too much over this, but I will say that energy and oil, natural gas, and uranium, energy in general, they're all following the same patterns. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the same pattern as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is exactly the same. This one's drawn out a little bit. This one's scrunched up. What I think's coming is that we have an energy crisis. Everything is correlated. And now's the time not to be getting greedy. Now's the time to sit tight and watch your shares go up. It's not about trying to trade in and out. It's about sitting and making the money and getting invested and holding on. Here's Deep Yellow and Encore Energy, looking at it from kind of a short-term perspective and then the big long-term perspective. And again, we're about to break out of these things. We just broke them. And this is September 1st that I did this. We just broke out. When we break these large patterns, this is the base that you can launch from. I always talk about technical analysis and having a base or forming a pattern to basically step on and launch from. These are massive patterns that have developed that we're launching from that I'm showing you in this presentation. And just to keep in mind a big overall picture, the CRB to S&P 500 index, the ratio here, broke to the upside. It's in motion. It's happening right in front of our eyes. Here's Bannerman. Bannerman going across, same pattern. We're right here where the arrow's at. And boom, we broke to the upside with so this is August 9th, where I said it's a good time to buy. And here is August 12th. We're moving on higher. Here's your roadmap. Look what comes after this move higher. Now, I can't tell you for sure that this is necessarily coming, but the herd mentality is going to want to push this higher. Positioning is going to happen, and it's already happening in this sector. That's what we saw. We saw positioning yesterday. And that's what I have for today. I wanted to get you guys this roadmap. I want to get you this information right in front of you so everyone sees it. And this also applies to gold and silver. And I'll do another one for gold and silver and show you what that looks like. But this looks fantastic. This looks like it's ready to go. We're right there. I can't tell you if it's going to take a couple weeks, months. Don't worry about that. That's not the important thing. The important thing is to get this roadmap the images burned in your mind so you can hold on to your shares through this bull market. Subscribe to the channel. Ride this thing up with us. I can do this type of analysis. I'll continue to update it. And these updates will give you the confidence, I think, to hold through it. And again, I don't have all the answers, but you're writing this up with someone who's got experience writing this stuff up. We've got technical analysis at our fingertips. It's in our toolkit. We can use it whenever we want. I'm going to share this on a daily basis. And the developments of all of these, I'll call it critically important sectors. And I call them critically important because these sectors, they're going to go up so much that they can change your lives. Now, I know we're not buying at the bottoms, at the bottom of the bottom, but we're still at very good opportunities where these things can go quite a bit. I am in the crazy camp of a major uranium bull because I think uranium can go up substantially higher. I think the ratio against gold's going to compress. Gold's going to go rocketing higher here, I think, very soon. And it's important to watch other markets. You shouldn't be just completely focused on uranium. Look at gold. Gold is an inflation monetary measurement. And when that goes up, it's going to price our stuff higher. So it's important to watch gold. Even if you're a uranium bull, you should still watch gold because what is coming, what I think is coming, is going to be bigger than what most people think. It's going to blow your mind because I think gold's going to rocket. And if this is tied to gold from an inflationary aspect, it's going to yank it all up higher. All of these uranium, oil and gas, copper, it's going to yank the whole complex higher. And I understand why there is manipulation in gold because gold ties everything, all the commodities together. And it's going to price the whole commodity complex up or down. So if they can hold it down, it's going to hold the commodity complex down. Hence, it's holding inflation down. And that's why they do it. That's the background of why they want to hold it down. But they're going to lose control. And money's going to flood. It is going to flood like you've never seen before when interest rates go up a little bit. So, burn these images into your head. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up for the content. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.